Those words were written by Lucius Annaeus Seneca nearly 2,000 years ago, yet they perfectly describe your life right now. You wake up feeling behind, spend your day reacting to everyone else's priorities, and go to bed wondering where the time went. Sound familiar? Stop. Right now, pause this video and look at your watch. See that second hand moving? According to the Roman philosopher Seneca, you just wasted those 3 seconds worrying about time instead of living in it. And in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to prove to you that you have way more time than you think you do, and show you exactly how the world's most powerful people have been using this 2,000-year-old secret to reclaim hours of their life every single day. Today, we're diving deep into one of history's most brilliant minds on time. Seneca wasn't just some ivory tower philosopher. He was an advisor to Emperor Nero, one of the wealthiest men in Rome, running a business empire while navigating deadly political intrigue. If anyone understood the pressure of being busy, it was him. But here's what makes his insights revolutionary. Seneca discovered that our problem isn't lack of time. It's lack of awareness about how we're already wasting the time we have. And once you see what he saw, you can't unsee it. The Part 1. The Time Wasting Epidemic. The Carelessness Crisis. In his first letter to his friend Lucilius, Seneca wrote something that should terrify every one of us. The largest portion of our life passes while we are doing ill, a goodly share while we are doing nothing, and the whole while we are doing that which is not to the purpose. Think about yesterday. How much time did you spend? Scrolling social media without purpose? In meetings that accomplished nothing? Worrying about things you can't control? Doing busy work that felt important but moved nothing forward? Seneca identified 3 types of time loss that destroy our lives. Type 1. Torn time. When external forces steal our attention, your phone buzzes, someone interrupts your deep work, or you get pulled into someone else's emergency. Modern research shows we're interrupted every 11 minutes, and it takes 23 minutes to refocus fully. Type 2. Filched time. When we let time slip away through poor boundaries, saying yes to everything, not protecting our schedules, letting other people's priorities become our emergencies. Type 3. Glided time. The most dangerous kind. When we're physically present but mentally absent, going through the motions, autopilot living is what Seneca calls existing instead of living. The mortality reality check. Here's where Seneca gets brutal. He says, "You are dying daily." Not in some abstract future sense, right now. What time did you spend watching TV last night? Dead. Gone forever. What was the hour you spent in that pointless meeting? You'll never get it back. Most people live as if they're immortal. They postpone meaningful conversations, delay pursuing their dreams, and waste time on trivial pursuits because they assume there will always be more time. But Seneca forces us to confront the truth. Time is the one loan you can never repay. Part 2. The Present Moment Revolution. Why the past and future steal your life. Seneca discovered something modern neuroscience has confirmed. We're only truly alive now. Yet most people live everywhere except the present. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Think about your mental real estate right now. 30% might be replaying past conversations, past mistakes, past victories. 40% might be anxious about future deadlines, future problems, future scenarios. Maybe 30% is present to what's happening right now. The expectation trap. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. This is perhaps Seneca's most powerful insight for modern professionals. We've become addicted to perpetual preparation for life rather than living it. We tell ourselves, once I get this promotion, I'll be happy. After I finish this project, then I'll have time for my family. When I reach this goal, then I'll finally relax. But what happens when you reach those milestones? You immediately set new ones. You're always getting ready to live, but never actually living. The ownership of now. Everything else can be taken from you. Your money, reputation, health, and relationships. But this moment, right now, belongs entirely to you. The question is, what are you doing with it? Part 3, Reclaiming Wasted Time. Seneca's Practical System. Technique 1, the Daily Time Audit. Seneca was obsessive about tracking his time. Every evening he would review his day and ask, what wound did I heal today? What failing did I resist? Where can I show improvement? Modern application. For 1 week, track every hour. Not to judge yourself, but to become aware. You can't manage what you don't measure. Most people are shocked to discover they waste 3 to 4 hours daily on activities that add no value to their lives. Technique 2, the Carpe Diem Principle. Lay hold of today's task, and you will not need to depend so much upon tomorrow's. While we are postponing, life speeds by. This isn't about productivity hacks, it's about presence. When you're working, be fully working. When you're with family, be complete with family. When resting, rest instead of feeling guilty about not working. Technique 3, the Philosophy Hour. Seneca believed that the only people who truly live are those who make time for philosophy, for reflection, examining their lives, and connecting with wisdom larger than themselves. Modern translation. Schedule non-negotiable time for thinking. Not planning, not problem-solving, but deep reflection. This is where insights emerge, creativity flourishes, and you remember what matters. Technique 4, the Memento Mori practice. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. Every morning, remind yourself that this could be your last day. Not to create anxiety, but to create urgency around what matters. When you truly grasp the finite nature of time, you stop wasting it on trivial pursuits. Part 4, Modern Applications for Busy Professionals. The Executive's Dilemma. Modern research shows that executives spend 23 hours weekly in meetings, check email every 6 minutes, and switch between tasks every 3 minutes. Seneca would call this collective insanity. Application 1, the Seneca schedule. Structure your day like Seneca. Morning, sacred time for deep work. No meetings, no email. Midday, administrative tasks and communication. Afternoon, collaborative work and meetings. Evening, reflection and planning. Application 2, the distraction fortress. Seneca wrote, "Nothing can be compared to a faithful friend, but the mind that has been well trained is as good as many friends. Train your mind to resist digital distractions." Modern research shows that knowledge workers check communication tools every 6 minutes. Each interruption costs 23 minutes of focused attention. Practical implementation. Turn off all non-essential notifications. Create sacred blocks of uninterrupted time. Use the 2-minute rule for small tasks. Batch similar activities together. Application 3, the priority filter. Seneca taught us to only allocate time to activities that align with our deepest values. Modern professionals try to do everything and end up accomplishing nothing meaningful. The Seneca filter. Before saying yes to any commitment, ask: 1. Does this align with my core values? 2. Will this matter in 5 years? 3. Am I doing this out of fear or for a purpose? 4. What am I saying no to if I say yes to this? Application 4. The energy-time alignment. Match your most important work to your peak energy hours. Seneca understood that time without energy is wasted time. Don't spend your best hours on email and your tired hours on creative work. Part 5. The deeper transformation. Beyond time management to time wisdom. Seneca's ultimate insight. Time management isn't about efficiency, but identity. The question isn't, how can I get more done? But who am I becoming through how I spend my time? The gratitude revolution. True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future. When you stop racing towards some imaginary future where you'll finally be happy, you discover that contentment was available all along. This isn't spiritual bypassing, it's practical wisdom. Grateful people make better decisions, have more energy, and paradoxically accomplish more while feeling less stressed. The legacy lens. Seneca forces us to confront an uncomfortable question. When you're gone, what will have mattered? What are the emails you answered or the relationships you built? What were the meetings you attended or the impact you made? The busy work or the meaningful work? Seneca discovered the truth that can change your life. You don't need more time. You need more consciousness about the time you already have. Starting tomorrow morning, I want you to try the Seneca challenge. 1. Wake up and declare, "This day will never come again. What legacy will I create with these 24 hours?" 2. Before checking your phone, spend 5 minutes in complete silence, breathing and being present. 3. Throughout the day, when you catch yourself rushing or feeling overwhelmed, pause and ask, am I living this moment or just surviving it? 4. Before bed, reflect. What did I do today that I'll remember on my deathbed? What did I waste that I can reclaim tomorrow? Remember Seneca's final insight. Life is long if you know how to use it. You have more time than you think. You need the wisdom to see it and the courage to claim it. If this shifts your perspective on time, hit that like button and subscribe for more ancient wisdom that solves modern problems. And in the comments, tell me, what's one thing you'll stop wasting time on starting today? The clock is ticking, but you're actually watching it with purpose for the first time.